How's it going, everyone? The stock that is honestly, all eyes that should be on is DJT, as the elections is coming up here very soon now, and I'm very skeptical. If Trump loses, will this actually drop? And then obviously, if Trump wins, I can see this thing just skyrocketing. I think this is going to be a nice run up if, right before, November 5th is the elections. And I think, look, judging on the chart, we need to sell some according to that, just in case of it just, people start taking it out, because a lot of the times what I've seen, the things with the lunar, right, where it had that anticipation of the moon landing. And when I played this way back here, you see this big massive thing, and then once that happened, and you could see it kind of dropped out, right? So the same thing I think is going to happen with DJT. I think we can have this big massive move. I don't even think this is done yet, even though we are coming close to this ATR4. We're going to get rejections, right? We get this, we go a little higher, and we get this pretty big sell-off, right? But what's the thing that I love about this is I love how this uptrend is forming here. This is clearly an uptrend. Anybody that is bearish on this is absolutely nuts, because as you can see, we have, look at this. All these EMA 5s have been hit. This EMA 5 is purple band. It literally hits it and makes a new leg up. Literally hits it and makes a new leg up. That's when you know it's a strong uptrend, right? Look at this, just constantly going up. You have resistance here. It goes back down to the lower channel. You should have resistance up in here and then go back down. But it's a small channel and it's confined to it. But will we hit this yellow band? Yes, we will eventually hit it. I think we will hit it very soon. It's 10:04 is the current date of where we are hitting this EMA 20 with all the bands. The current date is 10:25, so around 11:04 we'll hit this. I do think with the anticipation this will go higher, but like I said, I think there's going to be a big profit taking too. I did short DJT way up in here when it was something like this, but this is also what I saw right here was a weekly candle. You see the difference in this? You see when the weekly candle gets above this, and then just like this, you see how you get a short here. We actually have quite a big room up here, and this is probably one of the biggest moments DJT will ever have. So, I mean, we could go way up here in the 55s and higher if we wanted to. But yeah, it's just very interesting. I can look at the options too, see what kind of the implied volatility. I like to do about 2 months out, so I'll do like 55 days just to kind of see what is like the IV. And look at that, 217% on these IVs uh, for calls. And then, obviously the same for puts here. We have a 217% IV, which basically means if you're into options, that means the market is expecting a huge move one way or another. All right, that's all it is. He doesn't know exactly when, but they're expecting a huge move. And then you can also look at like the open interest of things. Let me put more things like here. So if I was going to do calls, I would do later out here. You can see like look at this one. Someone's holding 1,300 of these contracts at the strike of 30, and then that was deep in the money. And then you could look at the out of the money, like someone's holding 2,003, people are holding 2,371 at the $40 strike. So it's just, I would never base my decision on that, but I'd like to look at the IV to see, yeah, this market is expecting a big move. But I'm very careful here. Would you buy it at this ATR4? The answer is no. It's too risky. I mean, you're if this thing starts to go down, let's say it does to this EMA 10 to $32, and you have it at 39, then you have to wait for this move up just to even break even. And if it don't, then you're screwed, right? But yeah, this is a 25% move down to this EMA 10. As you can see, it's quite a big move down from this upper band to here. You don't want to get caught down to it. Yeah, 20%, my bad. But yeah, so I definitely would like this, but remember, the EMA 5 has been respecting, can we go higher? Yes, absolutely. But you got to understand that we are going to hit this next level, which is the 10, and then eventually the 20. I definitely could see a solid bounce on the 10. But yeah, if you just keep waiting for it, what if it don't do that? That's the thing you have to you could risk that. You'd be like, what if you didn't take this EMA 5 and then look at this big bounce up and then comes back up and then hits this 5 and goes back up? Would I take this entry? No. I mean, if you're going to take anything, look for the EMA 5 at least. Don't buy it way up here at $39 just for it to come back down, a couple dollars that you can get a much better entry. Like I tell people, you could buy it here, but it's more risk on the 5. And then honestly, at the 10 is the best, or not the best, the 20 is the best, but you can add in more and more as these go. These are drastically spread out. That's a big uptrend. When you see the bands this spread out, the EMA 5, the 10, and the 20, it's a solid trend. Just like when you see the bands to the downside, that is a solid downtrend. And you might ask, well, what is the green band then? It's the opposite of the red. If it hits the red, you can see how the puts start printing. As you can see here, if it gets close here, it starts to print. Just like when it gets close to this bottom band here, this was the best entry DJT could have ever got. And my system, to a T, was looking at it at a bottom here. This was a 235% gain from these very lows. And as you can see right here, we get very super close, but it just wasn't quite there, right? And also another thing is, you could do the same system for the buy side too. You see how we haven't touched this EMA 20 for some time. I like to wait. Anything that don't touch in 2 months is long. And then you don't just base it on that decision. You want to get really close or not, if not touching this lower band. And then you see how you get these moves up to the EMAs. And these EMAs are rejections. Just like on an uptrend, they support. Downtrend, they reject. You hit this and you come down. But now that we have a whole new trend, and the EMAs are up, then you can see you should only be taking longs unless if it hits like a clear ATR4 puncture like these areas here, then yes, it will probably sell off. And then here was a perfect example. I took this in the Discord with the team here. You can see how, wow, you had this EMA 5 time distance. Anything they don't touch in 7 daily candles is long, but bigger cap stocks tend to respect these more a lot often, and you can see these massive moves: 27% just to an EMA 5, 40% to a 10, and 55% to a 20. Who wouldn't want those massive gains? Obviously, you make more money doing options, but yeah, I just want to share this. I just would not short DJT coming into election. It's a catalyst. It can break through all these charts. I can see price going massively up just like this before. You see this? You see how we had this big bullish move up way above this band here. And it can do that. Will it sustain this? Absolutely not. I promise you it won't sustain this. Look at the biggest squeezes. FFIE, GME, AMC. They don't sustain this. They look like they can keep going higher, but as you can see, what happens? Tumble down to the 5, tumble to the 10. Where do we bounce? How convenient. Where do we bounce, guys, after a big move? You see it's an uptrend. Algos take it to the 10, shoot it back up, and that's the retest. That's where I would buy. Where would my stop be? Well, my stop would be under the 20 because that is going to show a downtrend. But as you can see from this move here to higher, you made a 76% return. You hit this 10, you bounce there, hit the 10, you stabilize here, you should protect your profits, and then it goes back up again, hits the 10, almost gets to the 20, shoots back up, hits the 20 almost, shoots back up, and then we start seeing weakness right in here. So it starts to form a downtrend, and then you get these random spikes, but you don't want to trade that. That would be too choppy. But this is a clear trend. I mean, and everyone can see that. So that's how I'm looking to trade DJT. I would like this EMA 10 here for a move higher. We shoot up here, come back to this 10 for a move higher, or even, if you want to do a small position, you can do the 5. But be careful, though. If it starts hitting this upper band, yes, I get it. We're all hyped about it all, but do be careful. Use your chart and your analysis to not make sure you're just chasing this thing too. The weekly does have more room to go up. We can see that this has hit the weekly upper bands too before, so we do have move up. If you guys want to join the Discord too, this is your chance to. No pressure. If you just want to join a community that looks for trend reversals, finds the oversold stocks, and then uses a strategy to follow the trend like this, and how do you get precise entries? This is what I teach, guys. I've been trading for over 6 years doing these strategies. That has made me a full-time trader. So I'm not just, talking, without proof. I have done this. It works. My favorite strategy is obviously day trading. I make the most money doing that, but I love doing swing trading on bigger cap stocks like this because it's just nice to see this work out. I made a video way back here on 923, and I said DJT is going to pump big. Everyone bashed me for it, and now that everyone's hyped and hopium, it'll probably go down, but you see how the emotions work. You want to really buy it, when everyone hates the stock and everyone's depressed. And when you're looking at the opposite of the trend, we call that a trend reversal. And that's how I use my strategy to say, hey, for buying, I want to make sure we're near this green band, right? But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this analysis. I love talking about DJT. I think it's going to be one of the biggest movers. And if not, it's already moved 250%. I'm not saying it's already made a big move, but I think coming into this election, I think you should probably take some profit, right? Because it's going to be very volatile. We saw the IV, yeah, it's pretty volatile. But if you want to join the Discord, all you have to do is click the link down below in the YouTube comments, and in the description it'll say join the premium Discord for my alerts and system. I'll have it pinned in the YouTube comments. You can't miss it. It'll take you to this free chat landing page. If you hit day trade alerts right in here under the subscriptions, it'll give you access to everything, and it's not going to cost you a lot, guys. It's more for my time, a little token of of appreciation and what I've learned. And I promise you, you're gonna save thousands of dollars if you're like, one, if you just keep losing in the market and you just can't figure out how to win, and two, if you just want a nice strategy. So if you hit server shop here, you can see the strategies I offer. Swing trading is only $6, literally $6, less than a freaking meal. Day and Swing Trading Plus is $12 a month. That's going to be your highest value. That's the service that I'm in. Since I'm day trading like all day, I usually do my swing trades at right at the end of the day. So definitely join the day trading if you want to be a full-time trader. I can teach you guys how I was able to be a full-time trader, doing day trades, doing a smaller time frame, just like what I talked about. If we're doing trend strategy, we want to look for lower time frames. I love the 15-minute and the 1 minute, and we look for those uptrends to continue. And then I have a very nice risk management that will keep you profitable in the market. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Swing Trading Plus, $12 a month. Subscribe on your computer. You don't pay the iOS fee if you do it on your phone, and it's just a flat rate. I think you guys are gonna like it. And I appreciate if you guys give this video a like, subscribe, comment for all the can put some hype into this thing. I really like this thing. I just wish everyone got it down in here. It is crazy because I posted that everyone was like trash talking me on that, and rightfully do so when a stock is going down for a downtrend like this forever. Some people are probably still back on DJT, but look at this massive downtrend from like $56 to $11. So rightfully so, right? It's just I'm just playing a system, guys, playing a probability game. That's all trading is probabilities. Do a system that works, and you'll be fine. All right, guys, I hope to see you in the Discord. Give this video a like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you in the next one.